Hey guys, Gadget here with the first installment in a new series. This is going to be a Let's Build Middle-earth. That's right, I'm going to try to recreate a Lord of the Rings Middle-earth in Minecraft. And in my first episode, I'm making the Shire. So before I get into the actual build, I'd just like to talk a bit about this series and what you can expect from it. So this is a pretty ambitious project, and I'm going to be doing it by myself. I'll be trying to recreate the movie versions of Middle-earth. I've read the books, but it's been a long time. The movies make it much easier to visualize. I'll be starting off by following Frodo's path, and once I'm done I'll go back and work with the Fellowship's path and fill in the missing areas. I'll be looking at some of the maps from the original books and trying to place the landmarks in their general locations. But like I said, I'm doing this by myself, and I want to try to put out episodes pretty frequently, so I won't be getting into the nitty-gritty details. Also, some landmarks won't be on such an epic scale that you might have seen in other YouTube videos. Those people have, groups of 50 people and it takes a couple months. I'm trying to do most of these in a week. So I'll take your feedback, and I guess if you point out a huge screw-up of mine, I'll fix it. But I probably won't, go back or change many little details. So my goal is to be able to look around the world and kind of acknowledge what part of Lord of the Rings you're looking at. So it's not so much the exactness of it, but kind of the feel. I am going to be using two mods. The first one is MC Edit, and I'm only using this for the basic landscaping features like clearing out mountains and getting rid of large bodies of water. In the end, I'm making this series for fun, and I won't really be having fun if I'm spending my whole time clearing mountains. The other mod I'm using is Single Player Command mod. And I know there's a lot of pretty hack things in there, but I'm only using this for setting the time and getting materials. This series is focused on the building aspect of Minecraft, so if you want to watch me mine for 15 minutes per episode, go watch someone else's Let's Play. So that about wraps that up. Now let's get into the actual Shire. The way these episodes will work is first I'll show you an overview shot of the area, and then I'll pick and choose certain build footage and speed it up. I'll talk to you a bit about my inspiration for each area and what scenes from the movie I took from. At the very end, I'll do a walk around of the finished project. So for the Shire, it seems that there are a couple main focal points for the movie. Bilbo's house, the square where Bilbo's birthday took place, and the Green Dragon. So I tried to emphasize those. There are stone structures and shops around the square, but they're mostly filler. I put some chairs and tables in the square and a tent that I'm currently building now, just to kind of get the party feel. So this is the Green Dragon. I try to make it kind of big. You could probably notice there I turned off the weather. I lag when there's weather. It's kind of cool, but it makes me slow down, especially when I'm frapsing. So I made this 4 blocks high, I think. All my other houses I made 2 blocks high. Well, the Hobbit houses, because well, they're tiny little hobbits. I just skipped the flooring part. Putting some tables and chairs down now, just to fill up the room. I'll be building a fireplace in a second, so if you want to know how to build a fireplace, sorry it's kind of quick, but try to pay attention. So here it is. Fireplaces essentially use netherrack and light those on fire because they'll burn forever. But you have to be really careful that you have no wood adjacent to the fire, or else, yeah, your whole house will burn down. So there's a fireplace. So this is the first one of my little hobbit houses. I had to make a lot of these. They're mostly just filler. They're a bit more bunched up than I would like. In the Shire you see them all kind of big fields, expansive hills and stuff. But Minecraft doesn't really do empty spaces so well. I tried it at first and it just kind of looked really, boring and bland, and like I didn't put much effort into it. So I put them together just to fill up space. I'm also trying to put a lot of signs around this world to kind of maybe like quotations for famous scenes in the movies and stuff. I'll show you some later. I put it for like Bilbo's speech, and I put in front of Bilbo's house, and I kind of named all these houses. I think this one's for the Brandy Bucks, I think. I like the signs. It gives it a bit more meaning. So I'm just filling in the walls here. You can see right now I have it 3 high, but I do change that later on and make it 2 high. I made the walls out of wood. The other option was making them out of white wool. It looked like in the movie Bilbo's house's walls were like painted white, but it kind of looks funny. So just kind of joining paths in together. You can see the completed Green Dragon on the side. I put some flowers out there. There's a couple more shops I didn't show you building, but you'll see them in the end. So this is a nice little fountain. It's a cool fountain trick if you noticed it. I kind of screwed up the sizing there, but I realized you don't need that second tower block thing, but it kind of made it jet out a bit. I like it. This is my second Hobbit home. The entrances for these homes were kind of tricky. All the Hobbit doors you've probably seen in the movie, they're all circular, and probably seen in Minecraft, everything's a square, so you can see I'm doing the too high this time for kind of Hobbit shortness. Your character is 1.5 blocks high. Fun fact if you ever wanted to know. You could probably notice the all these hills are hollow. I did that with MC Edit. I used the hollow brush tool. Just makes it a bit quicker. And in the end, I'm just going after the finished project, and whatever speeds up the build time, that's not too hacks, I'll do it. Like, I'm not flying around. I want to scaffold everything because that's half the building process. But I mean, digging out stuff is just bloody boring, and it's not very hard or anything. So whatever helps me to do that, I'll do it. This house is for the Sackville Baggins. You only really see them in the extended version of the movie, but if you've read the book, you obviously know who they are. So last and not least, this is Bag End, obviously Bilbo's house. After watching the beginning of the movie a few times, the only rooms that I could pick up on was the main hall, the study where Bilbo writes his book, and the main room with the fireplace and the kitchen that Frodo obviously throws the ring in, and Gandalf does his crazy shit. So I try to get all those in there. So with this build, I think I'll wrap up. Definitely stay tuned though. I'm going to do a walkthrough at the very end of this video. Gonna walk through my whole the whole Shire. You don't want to miss that because there's a lot of decorating I didn't show you, and a lot of other filler houses that I'll go to. It's, this is definitely not it. There's a lot more, so please stay tuned and watch that. But overall, I think the Shire was pretty well done. I learned a lot of stuff for my first video. I can obviously apply this later. It's gonna be pretty cool. This was just a nice easy start, you know, nothing too epic or huge. If you like the idea of this series, or you have any suggestions or feedback, just please let me know and leave me a comment. The more positive feedback I'll get, the faster I'll put these videos out. So make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you think. The next video I'm gonna make, I haven't started on it yet, but I think I'm going to continue on Frodo's path and make the path up to Bree, up to and including the Prancing Pony. So that'll be pretty cool. I don't know if I can try to get some of those Nazguls in there. I don't know. I'll play around with it, see what happens. So, like I said, more positive feedback, faster these videos come out. So please thumbs up and subscribe. Later.